Simon & Schuster Audio presents The Man Who Caught the Storm, The Life of Legendary Tornado Chaser Tim Samaras, by Brantley Hargrove. Read by Jacques Roy. Prologue. May 27, 1997. The fire department's siren sounded over Gerald, Texas, just after 3:30 p.m., a shrill, oscillating note like an air raid alarm, swelling and fading and swelling again. It filled every street and pressed in through the windows of every house in the little Czech farming town some 45 minutes north of Austin. The siren was only ever used to call volunteers to the station, but anyone who had been paying attention that afternoon knew this time was different. They had 10 minutes, maybe 12 at the outside. The TV meteorologists were already tracking the tornado near Prairie Dell, 4 miles to the north of Gerald. It writhed like a coach-whip snake at first, its thin form roping liquidly over prime farmland, where the hill country gives way to blackland prairie. For a time it seemed to track neither north nor south, but to trace a languid orbit in place. Then came the shift. The graceful ribbon was suddenly gone, replaced by this other thing, an inchoate gray miasma, not so much a tornado as a wall of smoke leaching up out of the earth. The twister was on the move now, bearing southwest on a collision course with Gerald. When it finally appeared on the northern horizon at about 3:40 p.m., it was a sight townspeople would resummon in their dreams for years to come. Bristling with debris and blackened with rich soil scoured from the fields, it looked ancient and immutable, its sooty wings spread wide. What it looked like was the end of the world. The tornado was as wide as 13 football fields laid end to end. Little Gerald could have disappeared inside it, swallowed and gone. But the town that day was largely spared. The darkness passed to the west, away from the most densely populated parts of town. The trouble was, there were still people in its path, and more than usual on a Tuesday afternoon. School had let out for summer on the Friday before. Double Creek Estates, a collection of modest, single-story wood frame and brick starter homes, was huddled in the lowlands just northwest of downtown. Like most everywhere else in Texas, the houses didn't have basements, the water table was too high, and the limestone bedrock too shallow. With no choice but to shelter above ground, the residents did as they had always been instructed. They sought out hallways, bathtubs, closets. They gathered their children into these spaces and listened to the wind, then the breaking glass, the groaning wood, and finally the raw sound of it, a deafening, toneless static.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?